Now, Iran has a population of around 92 million people. There are between 4 to 7 million Iranians estimated, according to different organizations, that live outside the country. The Iranian Ministry of Foreign Affairs puts that figure at 4 million. A significant wave of that emigration happened after the 79 revolution and those fleeing the Iranian regime. Around 200,000 a year have continued to leave since the 90s, according to the Islamic Republic state news agency, the state-run news agency. The figure may well be much higher. Two of those who fled are musicians living in Canada, both well-known, well-respected in their own right. Amir Amiri is an award-winning composer, musician, virtuoso, player of the santur, the traditional Persian instrument dating back 2,500 years. And Parisa Karimi Molan, an Iranian-Canadian singer based in Montreal. Good evening to both of you tonight. Welcome to France 24.
Good evening.
Can we start?
Thank you so much.
A question for both of you, which is how you're seeing the situation in Iran unfolding right now. Parisa, can we start with you? We're struggling with your sound, Parisa. Can you still hear me? We're going to try and come back to you, Parisa. We're going to go to Amir, first of all, while we try and sort your sound out. Amir,
yes.
Your thoughts, the conversations you're having with friends, family, your thoughts on what's unfolding right now. Because I think at the start of this, 16 days ago, I think I'm right in saying that you were quite hopeful that things would really change.
Yes, we are still hopeful that things could change because it's been 47 years of tyranny and problem for people of Iran, and culturally and as a body of humanity, we have a lot to contribute to the body of the humanity, and it's been very difficult. I myself am a example of that issues and problems to kind of trying to pursue my musical dreams. I had to migrate and come to Canada to be able to do that. So we hope for freedom. We hope for openness. We hope for international dialogue. And that's what we can do, as a musician, as a composer, I have, and as a primary creator, a biggest system in the middle. I have to do that. I have to be hopeful to be able to create. So yes, and I am in contact with my friends in Iran. Although I cannot reach out to them, they can reach out to me. And what I'm hearing generally is that a sense of openness and freedom is near. This a sense of, because as you all know, about a month ago, there was a horrific killing of about 30,000 people. Many people were gunned down in the street. And so the society is upset and angry. And in a sense, seeing the government members and these Basij and IRGC people kind of perish is a sense of relief for some of the people and a justice that some people has never received.
Parisa, listening to Amir, we're also hearing some reports, and again, it's sketchy. The signals aren't very good. That some of the bases that Amir talks about, the besieged areas, checkpoints, these areas where eyewitnesses, people in Tehran saying been terrorizing people, suddenly the checkpoints have been targeted. Some of the police stations, police have been sleeping outside in their cars in fear of missiles hitting. What are you hearing from friends, Parisa, from family? What's actually going on at street level? What are people saying that their everyday life has become?
Yeah, actually, as Amir told, our connection is one side. They can call me, I can't call them, or there is no internet to reach out. So my family and friends, they call me, and they live in between of fear and hope, but their hope is more strong, and they feel that freedom is close. That's why I hear from them, and also they are kind of feel that their revenge is like taken because people in during that 47 years has been under the oppression pressures, and this kind of relief for them. I can hear. I'm so sorry, but this is the thing that I hear, that they feel finally someone takes their make them happy with like taking revenge from the from this forces.
It's an unbearable situation, but I talked yesterday to a number of Iranians who were talking about basically trying to be hopeful but deeply anxious. It's reflected with both of you as well. I want to talk about both of your stories. First, Amir, you fled in the mid-90s. You are an accomplished musician, more so. You are a Juno winner in Canada, which is effectively the Grammys in the US, but in Canada. And for those that haven't seen you, let's take a look at your work. This is the Amir Amiri Ensemble. And you're touring right now in Western Canada. Now let's take us back.
Yes.
From the fruits to the roots. When you were a young musician, I understand you had your wrist broken by groups associated with the regime. Take us back there. What happened to you?
Yes. The thing is that when Ayatollah Khomeini came to power, music was illegal. It was deemed illegal, and so the way I play santur has 72 strings, and there's the strings, they go out of tune, and so we have to tune this instrument constantly. And as a young musician, I didn't know how to do it, so we have to carry the instrument to my teacher's house, and there was so kind of I studied music underground in the beginning of my childhood, and I remember that my father would wrap the instrument in a blanket and put it in the back of the car as if like we're doing some sort of a criminal activity. You know what I'm saying? And it was a horrible situation. And later on, when the thing opened up a little bit, there is this morality apparatus, like a morality office that have to look at all the things that you create. They have to put a stamp of approval on it, and they have to say, okay, you can play this, you cannot play that, and things as such. And it was a misunderstanding in this, basically a permit. So they accused me that I played something without a permit, and my whole idea was because I have two hands, and Iranian music is very right-handed dominance. I moved things from the right hand to the left hand, and it made a big scene out of that. Like, it was my project, and they didn't like that. And I mean, you have to realize the amount of anger, frustration, and tyranny that goes in the streets. And I'm a young musician at the point, and you're trying to have a conversation with people who have very little desire to have a conversation with you because they are ideologically driven, and there is a holiness in their mentality. And so of course you cannot, as a human being, you cannot really pick a fight with the holiness. It's not possible. So, and then they took me away, and they told me that they're going to teach me a lesson that I never forget, and the rest is history. Yeah, it was a horrible moment in my life, but that's the story.
So it stuck with you, and am I right to say that you talked about your father? When you decided to leave, he gave you what, $125? You had no English, you just had your instrument.
Yes, and yeah, that's it. And I had two instruments, my suitcase, and he gave me what he could, and he said, okay, see you later. Don't look back, go forward. And I left. And I came to Canada and basically started from nothing. Tried to learn the language first, and then as an artist, you not only you have to learn the language, but also you have to learn the body language, the body of the language, because the art, it demands communication in its highest level. There are many levels of communication you have to do. It's not, and we know in today's world, musician and entrepreneurship, musicianship, art and entrepreneurship is all in one. So the mountain that was in front of me, or any other immigrant that comes unwillingly, has to leave their country, the mountain that is in front of them to have to overcome, it is immense. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of resources, and it takes a lot of sacrifices and time management to do that, because um, people, they grow up in somewhere, they have from 0 to 16, 18, 19 to learn these life skills. But when you're immigrate somewhere at the age 21 or 30 or 40 or whatever it is, you have to start from that same place. You see, you have to again, it's like you're 18 and you're starting. Hello?
No, I'm still with you. I'm listening,
have me?
Amir. Yeah.
Okay. It's like you're 18 and you have to start from 0, or you're 30, you have to start, and your language, and then the mannerism, and then finances. So it is just a lot. But I was very lucky to come to the BAM Center for the Arts, art school at the beginning, and then go through my immigration, and then start really working as a musician, and creating a space and understanding how the space work, and try to really be a beacon of my culture, and in a collaboration and conversation and intercultural um, collaboration and conversation, to bring what I have today and try to be a voice.
And listening to you, Parisa, that's clearly going to strike a chord with you. You both chose Canada. Before I ask you your story, let's take a listen to your voice, your music too, in concert. So again, take us back, Parisa. You spent your youth singing in secret. The fact is that you couldn't perform. Is it because you weren't allowed to perform under the regime to any audience that was mixed, that had men in the audience? Talk us through what was going on.
Yes, actually, for women, it was very much difficult than what Amir described, because after revolution, unfortunately, music as an art has been ignored, and maybe more than ignore is that like was something, if they call like haram. So like studying in music or have musical activities were kind of you are doing something illegal thing in the country, and that like feels of guilty feeling. Oh my God! For only simple act of joy, it was so heavy. But in our side, me and my friends, we believe that music is a way to express, to unite, to be united with the other people. So we kept it. I kept it in my and I continued. It was not easy. I was practicing, like Amir said, in undergrounds. I was trying not to someone from outside hear my voice. Yeah, and I continued. Was a heavy way to pass. So, but I believed in it, and I kept it in myself. It was not easy.
So you left 2017. And for both of you, I mean, to start with you, Parisa, do you see a prospect of going back? Do you want to go back to Iran at any point? And like I asked Amir, Parisa, does it seem further away to you than it did at the start of the US-Israeli operation? Parisa.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's a hope always to go back. and have the musical activity over there with other people. I receive lots of messages from my family members that they wish I can go back and I perform in public for them. This is a dream that I pray for it and I believe in it. Yeah, so
And Amir,
personally, I look forward for it.
well, I can see you both
You know,
look forward. Tell me.
It's interesting because once you leave, when you go back, things are different because you are different. So the same way that you arrive somewhere, that you have to learn. That's what we had a conversation before about learning what's ahead of you. I feel like being away for 30 years, there is some learning involved for me. I am certainly looking forward to this yet another process of learning and re-entering in this vast concepts. And also, of course, as an Iranian, I really, really hope that this transition, whatever it is going to be, smooth, with less killing and war and pillage and all of the bad thing that comes with it. But we need to keep the hope. I would like to go back. I would like to relearn. I would like to contribute. I would like to collaborate and become a bridge between my last 30 years of experience here and come to terms with the 30 years of loss, basically, you know, in my own, in where I call myself an Iranian in Iran.
Really good to hear your thoughts tonight, Amir. I know you're touring Western Canada at the moment. A great look with that as well. You can follow where you're touring on the website. Thank you, Amir Amiri at the ensemble, an award-winning composer, musician, virtuoso player of the santur, the traditional Persian instrument we heard back, dating back 2,500 years. Thank you. And to Parisa Karimi, Molan, Iranian, Canadian singer based in Montreal. Thank you both tonight. Really interesting.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you for
Okay, good
having
to
me.
talk to you.